fino al centro del mondo. Tutto quello che ho, in mezzo a tutto questo bel casino, è un motivo per sentirmi vivo, è un motivo per sentirmi vivo. Tutto quello che ho, il sangue che mi arriva dritto al cuore, l'ossigeno che spinge a respirare, e una ragione grande come il mare, come il mare.
Hello everyone, welcome to the last race scenes. Palomino and Paul from Paws of Cream, alongside that is Lamfong and Marcus Adelaide from Spiker CB and Sammy Boy. Then we have WEC from UK Ball and Versio, and then it's Juan Villalobos B10 from Vitarals and Kias Andale. Then we have an OQ and Mr. Bob from Christine Bentley and Olga Carmona from De Benedetto and Team Nunez Garcia. Then on the back row we have Matthew Hart and Iron Crow. Here we go, the final round of the season. Palomino crucially on pole position. Can he convert this to a win? As the far red light on our screens, we go racing in Bahrain to start the last round of the season. And Palomino getting attacked in towards the first corner here by Horse of Cream, who is up into the lead for thin air track lines. And here we go through the first corner. Horse of Cream going very wide there, as Juan Villalobos is picking up a warning straight away. Marcus Adelaide in third, Simon in fourth. Palomino though losing the lead, and he can't be having that. He needs to try and get back up to lead. It'll give him the best chance of the championship. De Benedetto though down in last position. It's been an awful start for him. The championship leader heading at this race by around 17 points. This is very bad for him. Lamfong in fifth. This is also bad because of where Palomino is. Palomino really needs to just try and get the highest place he can here to guarantee himself this championship, as he's trying to close in two poles with Cream in the thin air track line as they head through turn 10 right now into 11 and 12. It is McCream leading by less than a second to Palomino. Further 2 seconds back, it is Marcus Adelaide from Sideboy and Lamfong, with Spiker, the new F1 champion, in sixth, being attacked by Versio in the Ferrari, who's on the right hand side. He's going to get up into P6. Spiker could fight back on the last corner, but he's placed himself at a very defensive line. Despite that though, Versio will hold P6 as we head on to the second lap of this race. Lamfong attacking Sammy Boy. He's going to send it into the first corner. You can tell from miles away. Chaos Adelaide and PA also looking to get some moves made as well. Into the first corner, Lamfong bumping wheels with Sammy Boy, but he's got the move done crucially, as Adelaide remains in P8. Using his DRS system to get closer to Spiker CB, but he's not going to get ahead at the moment. He's looking at the inside though. Spiker's left out wide open, and now Andale has got this opportunity to claim 7th, and he has done it easily. UK Ball in a fight right now for P9 versus Villalobos. De Benedetto still down in last. And yeah, you can definitely say this championship is falling away for Orange. De Benedetto is into the wall. That there is Chrisley Medley making contact there with the Power Motorsport of an OQ, who's got a 5-second time penalty. Must be the one at fault for that. And that is promoted to red up at the 17th after he's also managed to get ahead of Iron Crow there crucially. As we're on lap 2, heading now towards the start of lap 3, on board with Nicholas Palomino once again in the Toyota. He's just chasing down that thin air track line's car. And yeah, just hopefully for him he can get that move done. Lamfong though, speaking of moves, he's making many right now. He's up in a 4th. Marcus Adelaide in the Alpine has set the fastest lap of the race. And yeah, that's pretty good for him. As Versio just in P6. He's behind Simon Boy again. Adelaide still in 7th. Spiker in 8th still. As UK Ball is now down in 10th. He's been unable to catch Juan Villalobos as Rob Motor WEC in the Atlas Ford, who can see the Power Motorsport right ahead. Mr. Bob in the Alpine Endurance car, heading through these corners in towards Sector 2. Not much really going on right now. On Carmona just staying ahead of Matthew Hart, who's had an awful season, only scoring his first points last time out, and getting close to each other. That is McCree and Palomino. within a few tenths of each other now, heading through turn 12. Palomino taking a different line there. That's setting up for a move on the outside. Paul's Cream though, tapping wheels as he stays ahead in the lead. Palomino once again, that's a failed attempt, and he's lost so much time from that. No damage or anything, just that bad line due to the attack has really put him off. He might have to look at an undercut strategy, but we'll just have to see what happens. Paul's Cream leading on to lap 4 out of 19 in this race, and Lam Phong is getting ahead of Mark Sally. I think contact into the first corner between these two drivers. There is damage to both cars. Mark Sally fighting back. He's back up into third, into the podium places once more, denying Lam Phong another chance of getting that overtake done. Versio now up into fifth, getting ahead of Simon Boy and holding position for now. Adelaide Spiker fighting. Spiker up into seventh again. And this fight has allowed Juan Villalobos to get closer to these guys as there's contact there. Adelaide and Spiker are both into the barrier. You came all past 5 for P9, but these guys stuck where they are, and I don't know if they're going to be able to get back on track. It looks like they will. They should be able to get back on the track now, as, getting a bit chaotic down there. Not Q and drivers behind staying massively held up. Deverdet will be lucky to have cleared them guys. He's now up into 13th place, going to make a move on over Nunez Garcia into the next corner. Extremely aggressive, pushing his own teammate out the way there. That's Nunez Garcia down to 13th, Deverdet up into 12th, and yeah, Palomino going for the overcut strategy with Cream and Adelaide both in the pits. Lam Phong now in second position in this race. However, with the points as it is, it will be Palomino taking home the championship for Toyota. This P2 is not enough for Lam Phong. If Palomino wins today and is able to outscore enough points to get Deverdet's P1, Lam Phong will have absolutely no chance of winning. So yeah, Lam Phong needs to be ahead of Palomino. This is going to have to be a race on strategy for him, if I'm going to be honest. And looking at the gaps, we've got a little bit of fight here. Alpine and Mr. Bob, forward of Serkiera, he's up into 14th though, he's only just pit. And oh wait, is that Hart going for a move? Yes it is. Round the outside, which will turn to the inside. That's Matthew Hart fighting for P15. But Mr. Bob has got so much more pace there because of the battery. He saved it up well, and that's allowed him to hold 15th for now. Now I predict Palomino's going to be coming in the pits. Looking at his line, yeah, he'll be coming in. Lam Phong doing the same possibly. Versio will be staying out. And yep, I was right, the top two are in the pits. Versio staying out. He's going to take the lead of this race. Juan Villalobos will be up into second place. Fighter Rouse into third. As Palomino leaving his pit box now. Lam Phong is held up. Simon Boy's held up there. Yeah, I don't think Phong will be too happy about that one. As Palomino leaving the pit lane now. And he's going to come out in P6. There will be no threat behind from Spiker. But Spiker has jumped Lam Phong. Wait, sorry. No, he hasn't. Spiker is still on all tyres. He is still yet to pit. Apologies there. Yeah, Versio, your leader by around 3 seconds to Juan Villalobos and Vita Rouse. That's your top three there. Paul Cream, your net race leader. Marcus Adelaide in a net P2 right now. The undercut has worked miracles for these two, as they've managed to jump Palomino. Of course, I mean, it was expected McCream would jump Palomino anyways. Like, yeah, McCream getting that one lap undercut anyways. He was already ahead of him as well when entering the pits. The two Freedoms down in P19 and 20. It's Bentley and Andalay both suffering some bad races. De Benedetto though, the only driver to make a pit stop for soft. Now, it's very clear what his intention is now. Get a quick stint out the way with. Like, get some good pace, and there we go, using that pace on them soft tyres to get a double overtake done here. Yes, he does. The Peugeot up into 14th. They get a UK Ball and Carmona. Next driver to get will be Mr. Bob. As the Alpine heading down the back straight. Benedetto using DRS possibly. Wait, oh, yep, there we go. He's activated it. And he's tried to trick Mr. Bob into a fake move. He's done that right there as Juan Villalobos entered onto the track. Demerdo got that move done perfectly. He knew exactly where he needed to go. He just needed to trick Mr. Bob into going to the area where he did not want to go. As on Carmona fighting with Villalobos. On the fresher tyres though, Villalobos will get easily through into 12th. Demerdo in 11th. Currently trying to get ahead of an RQ in the Power Motorsport. Here we go. It's going to have to be a move on the inside for Demerdo. He's sending it down the inside there. As yellow flags in the middle sector, Sergio and Cyberboy have made contact. Sergio though just plowing straight into him. As oh, what? Okay, we've got a bit of a pile up happening here. And Demerdo is going to lose so much time from this. NRQ, what are you doing? I mean, that's one way of getting past someone. Is Demerdo forced to reverse there. This is looking like a disaster for him. David Sergio out of the race, but that was confusing. That was just confusing. I have no words for it. Lap 8 begins, and now for Demerdo, if he wants to win this championship. Oh my god, he's going to need so much luck now. As Viral's coming in. He's into the pits for Ford. As they slap on a fresh set of medium tyres. Versio coming down the main straight, and he's going to go up into 5th position. Palomino and Lanfong are getting close. Finally for Lanfong, he's been able to get close to Palomino. This could be a move which is going to be crucial for the World Championship. He just needs to get a little bit closer, and then he can finally get that move done. Looking further back, Villalobos and Demerdo close to each other. And it looks like this Villalobos has actually got ahead of Demerdo there, so Demerdo's tires falling off. And that overtake there was possibly a clear sign of this happening. As Chris Bentley's got a 5-second penalty contact with Iron Crow, who is into the barrier. Now that's going to be a very short-lived yellow flag. Palomino and Fong still close, just not close enough to battle yet, I guess. As Fong has just used up all of his battery, Palomino looks to be in the same situation. They've got such little amounts of battery left, they need to use it wisely, or they can just save it. Lanfong looking to intimidate Palomino. Heading on to lap 9, it is Paul Cream still leading by 4 seconds to Marcus Adelaide. And this is Lanfong heading down the main straight in towards turn 1. He's moved over to the inside, Palomino blocks him off. This might have to be a move around the outside, I think. But Palomino's got that defensive line and it's allowed him to hold position. This is incredible defense from the Toyota, who's looking to try and achieve his first World Championship. And here goes Lanfong, Palomino holding him off again. These two having a great old scrap. Lanfong with the pace, Palomino with the defense. And that defense is cancelling out the pace of Lanfong. And I'm not surprised these two will be coming at the pit shortly. But when they come in, they're probably going to have to try and undercut each other. That could mean them pitting at the same time easily. They'll try and predict each other's moves. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be a pit lane battle between these two as well. Lanfong on board with him, moving to the inside. Palomino not even going to move around this time. But here we go, this is the move outside of turn 12. We've not seen moves really work here before. Palomino on the inside, Lanfong is ahead. And there we go, the move has not worked. Palomino's got a lot more speed down this straight, and that's going to allow him to hold his position. But Lanfong is getting desperate. Very much desperate. Adelaide and McCream have both come in the pits. Palomino and Lanfong inherit 1-2 right now in this race. Lap 10. 10 more laps to go. And Lanfong thought Palomino moved. He didn't. Palomino doesn't move until extremely late. And that means Palomino once again holds the lead of this race. And Lanfong finally, with more speed, has fully cleared Palomino, who's unable to hold position this time round. But what a battle we saw between these two. The Ferrari and the Toyota battling it out. Demerdo now coming into the pits to get rid of his old soft tyres. They would crucify those tyres. Palomino not giving up. He's still within a second. He's still within an attack range. And it's clear he hasn't held his battery well. Lanfong's got more battery. And yeah, just before that any time, he's easily got his first place covered at the moment. And I don't think there's anything Palomino can do about this at the moment. He needs to save battery. He needs to save it better than Fong. As they come round the final 3 corners. Yes, that's right, the last corner is 2 corners if you somehow don't know this already. Heading in towards turn 14 and 15. Palomino's going to possibly go on the attack here on the main straight. Of course, none of these guys wanting to come into the pits just yet. Palomino believes he'll have the pace. Same with Lam Fong. He's got a little bit of extra battery. That's going to allow him to hold on for now. Deventos actually went to another soft tyre. As down the inside goes Palomino. Contact there made between the top 2 in this race. And there's damage to both cars. Unsurprisingly, but this battle has allowed Versio to get back into the fight for this win. Well, for the first time he's getting into the fight for it. He was never in the fight for the win originally. But he is into it now. Palomino and Fong, they're not giving up on each other. And Palomino's actually starting to slip away now. Fong is going to pull away. He got 20% of battery. Palomino has 17. Once again, it is Lam Fong having the slight edge over Nicholas Palomino. De Benedetto on these soft tyres needs to start making some good laps here. As Mr. Bob set the fastest lap of this race. Getting close to Olga Carmona. Not close enough for a move as Versio has made his way up into 2nd place. It is a Ferrari AF Corsa 1-2. But Versio, with the tyre advantage as well, is going to possibly make his way up into the lead. He's quicker than Lam Fong. This could deny Lam Fong of his championship chances. Down the inside, he's made the move. Palomino, though, is going to close right up to Lam Fong. Lam Fong into the pits. Palomino stays out. Horse Cream has managed to make up this pit stop on these guys. He's right behind Palomino, and he'll be desperate to make some moves. He was the net race leader. He is the net race leader. And now he needs to try and get past Palomino. That's another person to worry about for the Toyota. The Spaniard can't do anything about Porto Supreme. I mean, it's not even worth fighting him anyways. Vita Ralphs in the 4th position at the moment. Sees Palomino up ahead. And I think this is Palomino's championship starting to slip away from him. Lam Fong in P6 right now. He's got 5 drivers ahead of him. Palomino is still yet pit. He's most likely going to be ahead of Palomino anyways when he comes into the pit lane. UK Ball yet to make another stop in this race. Nunes Garcia and Spiker getting close to each other there as we're on the onboard of Nubert. And you can see Spiker's front wing just slightly appear there. Villalobos down the inside on Matthew Hart. The horse racing driver, the reigning champion, is getting attacked now by Juan Villalobos in the other Toyota. The number 8 Toyota trying to go on the attack. And he's got more speed. And he's got this move done through turn 9 and 10. Hart can't fight this one back. And now Devendetto's on the back of these guys. And yep, obviously he's got a lot more grip. He's on the soft tyres. And Villalobos and Hart just moved alongside. Devendetto now up to 11th. Easiest 11th he's probably ever done in his life. As Versio, Palomino and Vita Ralphs all coming in. Versio leaving the pits. Palomino, he's held up a little bit by Vita Ralphs, who's come in for a fresh set of mediums. Ralphs is actually ahead of Palomino. Oh wow, that's not good for Palomino. Lam Fong now in 3rd place. Wow, 3rd place for Lam Fong. As we see an Inoki in P16, right behind Mr. Bob, heading on to lap 13. Mr. Bob's the fast lap of this race, as we know. And also, as we know, this is Mr. Bob's final race. Inoki still looking for that P12 position. Devendetto being overtaken there by Juan Villalobos, who moves his way up into 18th place. Dominic Devendetto in the Peugeot can see Villalobos right ahead. He has a little bit more grip on his tyres right now. Not much more though. He will have to come in very shortly. And if he comes in, hard tyres are probably the best option. He could also get away with a set of softs as well. Mediums as well. But in his next pit stop, Devendetto needs to do mediums or hards. Those are pretty much his only choice. Lam Fong in a very respectable 3rd place right now. I think this would be the championship at the stand. I'm not sure. It really does depend a lot on where De Benedetto is going to finish in this race. Of course, he is quick, but he's had a bad race so far. I mean, his starting position was awful and he's in. Unsurprisingly, that is Don DiBenedetto into the pit lane, the championship leader coming in, and yeah, we'll just have to see what tyres he goes on to. But if those are softs that are ready for him, he is ruined. As Anderley ahead of UK Ball, and DiBenedetto. Peugeot, what the hell? Well, Lamfog is your new world champion, clearly. That's how it looks at the moment anyways. Don't want to put a commentator's curse on that. But yeah, DiBenedetto now in 16th place. Out the pits on fresh soft tyres. No clue what Peugeot were thinking there. This is just really weird. As the virtual safety car is out, Norbert Nunez Garcia is out of the race. Maybe Peugeot could have done with that virtual safety car a bit earlier. You know, I'm sure they would have liked that. A virtual safety car coming earlier. But anyway, Force Cream, your leader still. He's controlled the race pretty much all race long now. Palomino crossed the line, P6 at the moment. Signboy nowhere near him. His goal will be to catch by Ralphs, preferably Lamfog, but it's been a very bad restart for Paul's Cream. Mark Sadly getting the restart he needed, as he's now on the back of the Finnair Tracklines driver, the 2022 title contender for the first half of the season, trying to chase down a WEC victory here in the final round of the 2023/24 championship. There we go, he's forced McCream to move to the left. Mark Sadley, though, not giving up. He's going to have to try and do this move around the outside at turn 10, and it's not worked out. So turn 11, as Mark Sadley drops. Paul's McCream with a pretty dirty move, I must say. Will hold the lead for now. Just how long will he hold it? I don't know. As Versio is ahead of Lamfong. Oh my god, the Ferraris have swapped round, and this is massive in the championship, I guess. Versio does not need P3 in the championship. P3 for the championship, sorry. Lamfong does. Mark Sadley and McCream have both came into the pits. They're making a final pit stop now. It is mediums there for McCream. Mediums for Adelaide. But the Ferraris are close. They're 1 and 2 right now with 4 laps to go. Just can Fong's tyres hold on? I mean, all the signs say they should hold on. But will they hold positions? No, they will not be holding their position, as Vitorals in the Ford could be eyeing a possible victory here. Versio's there in the lead. He needs to get past Lamfong, who is pretty much an obstacle now. He's on the fresher tyres. Down the inside goes the Ford, and he is up into second. Vitorals now chasing down the leader of Versio. But I wonder what Ferrari have got planned here, because surely they've got something in plan here to get Lamfong the victory. They've got to. They've got to have something in plan, surely. But if Lamfong is going to make another stop, it's going to be very soon. Versio and Alves are safe to the end. They are definitely safe to the end. Palomino now back into this fight, as you can very much see. And Lamfong is in. He is into the pits. In for his third stop of the day, and this may just be what ruins the whole championship for him, as he moves off his current tyres onto a fresh set, and those are the mediums again. Softs probably would have been better now at this stage. Vitorov was right behind Versio. The two Brazilian drivers currently leading 1-2 right now. Palomino in third place. He needs to be ahead of Alves and Versio, really, to get this win. Well, maybe he can... No, it looks like he can actually... Yeah, he can be P2. P3 I'm not so sure about, though. I'm not sure if Palomino can be P3 and win this championship or not. I've got a suspicion that it would go over to DiBenedetto for your championship winner. So P2 is definitely fine for Palomino, but P3 I'm uncertain about that one. Vitoral's in P2 at the moment. That's where Palomino wants to be. That's where he realistically needs to be. I'm just quite unsure what it actually is right now. Versio and Alves 1-2 still, but are any of them going to commit to the pit stop? No, they're not. Paul Scream though could also be a deciding factor in this race, as with 2 laps to go he's going to lead. Fresh tyres as well. He's catching as Versio loses P1, Alves into the lead of the 35% of Bahrain. And Paul Scream is catching Palomino quicker than Palomino is catching Versio. In fact, I don't even know if he's even catching or not. Versio contact there with Vitor Alves. And Alves is in first. Versio in second still. McCream is just rapid right now. So, De Benedetto may have actually looked out in the hardest way possible. Paul's McCream in fourth right now, chasing down this podium. Alves trying to hold on to first. Him and Versio though are having an incredible battle right now for the lead of the race. Is Versio going to pull to the inside? Yes, he will. Sending it on the inside of Alves. They are scrapping it out very close to each other. Round the outside. Versio dropping to second. Well, he never really dropped, did he? Paul's Cream on the inside. He's going to go for the move on Palomino. Heading down this straight. And has Paul's Cream got the overspeed he needs? He has. And this is going to be a very easy move for the Finnair Tracklines driver. Heading into the last corner. On towards the last lap of this race. And he's up into third position. Versio and Vitor still scrapping out for the lead. As we're on to the last lap now of the final race of the season, and Alves has dropped back massively. He's starting to struggle clearly. Mark Adelaide up at the fourth, making Palomino's pain even worse. He came so close, but in the end it looks like he will miss out on this championship. Lamfong looks like he'll also miss out on the championship as well. So it's not a good day for Palomino or Lamfong. For De Benedetto though, wow, he's had a disastrous race. Despite that though, his championship lead was just too strong into this final round of the season. De Benedetto is looking to be the new champion here in WEC. He didn't find any Formula 1 success really. He got a few wins, that's about it. Paul Cream here up into second place, getting ahead of Alves. Yeah, we'll have to talk about him shortly as Vitor Alves is really struggling. Something must have happened there. Mark Adelaide in third right now, trying to hold on to this one. Versio looking to hold on to victory. He'll really want it. Paul Cream wants victory more though. As they head round the final corner, it's Versio's day. The Ferrari looks like they'll take the win to the line, and he's done it. Only just, and that was an incredibly close one. Palomino and Fong will miss out on this championship. But here we go, De Benedetto. He's gotten a few wins in his Formula 1 career. Couldn't find any major success at all. He's tried out WEC pretty much since it started here at APX. And De Benedetto will finally do it. He is the champion of the 2023/2024 season. De Benedetto is in P11, but he's just got the points he needs. Clear side delay P13 from Matthew Hart, Inoki, Mr. Bob, Ian Crow, and Christine Bentley. Nunez Garcia and David Sekiro, as we are not finishing the race. And there it is, your podium versus your winner today from Paul's with Cream and Marcus Adelaide. What a race we have just had there. I'm so glad we just had that one. De Benedetto, your new champion with Peugeot. And with that, let's listen to the Brazilian national anthem. And there we go, Versio and Paul Supreme on 1-2 today. Mark Adelaide ran off the podium. After that, it was Vitor Alves and Nicholas Palomino from Lamfog and Juan Villalobos. There was UK Wall and Spiker CB from Simboy and Don De Benedetto from Oncarmono and Chaos Adelaide. There was Matthew Hart and Lockheed from Mr. Bob and Ian Crow, with Christian Bentley rounding off everyone else. Nunez Garcia and Dave Sekiro retiring from the race. And with that, we are done for the 2023/2024 season. Don't worry, it's not a split season again. We'll see you next time for the 2025 season when the Apex WEC series returns.